My name is Douglas Randell. I'm an EMS supervisor with the Evansville Fire Department. So my pathway to EMS started with an opportunity to take a scholarship EMT class back in 1995. So successful with the class, I ended up getting hired with St. Louis City EMS, a third service, and then taken over by the fire department in St. Louis in 1997. And within that 20-year career, I was able to become an EMT and of course a paramedic, and then a training officer. And we trained over 800 employees in all medical things. Then I got a bachelor's degree in business management and was hired in the state of Indiana at a department named Plainfield Fire Territory, where I worked as a EMS division chief for that growing department. And today, I'm in Evansville. Well, actually the word pressure has shaped me. The pressure that I had to endure as an EMT, working with another EMT on a BLS truck, and putting down things like EOAs into patients and doing CPR and making decisions, and then becoming a paramedic and making decisions ALS-wise, and then a training officer and performing needs assessments and ensuring that our employees at that time were qualified and trained to do what they need to do. As a division chief, now there's a system-wide level of pressure that I had to deal with. So at all those levels, pressure was at the center of it, and I felt like that I was able to excel in those pressured environments. When I got hired in Plainfield, Indiana, that was a job that I felt like I was prepared for, but I didn't really know it because I was a trainer. And so it comes from a different perspective. And now I have to oversee an entire division of a department. And I crawled through the process, but the confidence that I gained from it was that I was able to ask questions. And I reached out to other folks that were already doing the job, and I learned from them. And then I also, once I learned from them, I understood what it really took. What sticks out to me is when there's a patient that's having a breathing problem. We'll just call him CHF. And he's breathing and he's working, and you get there and you see that he's changing color, and you know that you're up against his time. And you know when that time's going to end, but you got to act fast. And by the time you get this person to the hospital, because of all these treatments that you're able to do, and they say these two words to you: thank you. So EMS supervisor is a title. This is a position, this is a job that you're to do, but it's way past that. It means that we can help build a culture within EMS that allows us to get caring, thoughtful, and critically thinking EMTs and paramedics that are going to take care of the citizens here in Evansville. When we think about the word success, it's not because there's a cardiac arrest safe per se. It's not because, oh, we delivered a baby. It's because day in and day out that these EMTs and paramedics are able to treat the very sick ones and the ones not so sick in an equitable fashion. Oh, that's an easy one. Hard work. If you are not coming to work, then don't come. I also want to bring a sense of enjoyment. We understand that when there's job satisfaction, then you do better at the job. So yes, this is a very serious job. Yes, we deal with some critically ill and injured people, but when those calls have passed and you've done your job, then I want you just to be regular. Mentoring, providing good old-fashioned tender love and care. the sets of eyes that are on it. And we know that when you're doing something that's new, that you'll have folks looking, and some with excitement with you, and others with potential criticism. But those folks that could have potential criticism, I hope they look at it with a fair pair of glasses, right? And our role here and our job here is to make sure that it works for all of EMS, not for just a segment or a certain group of people within EMS. It's going to provide that prompt service with well-trained EMTs and paramedics, and it's also going to give a seamless connection when it comes to folks who call 911 between EMS and the firefighters. Oh my goodness. You are really talking about a buffet of opportunities here. Yes, that was a food reference. So these opportunities include things like community paramedicine. You're talking about doing things in the field that could involve some blood product, right? Like there are protocol changes that could come about as we expand our ability to take care of those that need it the most and care for folks who don't have 911 at the top of the scale, but can provide some preventive care. Serve.